What's going on, A-Side family? It's your boy Truth. That's short for Truth Over Narrative. Welcome to A-Side Boxing. Listen, y'all know I gotta give my 2 cents, excuse me. Richardson Hitchens, man. Yeah. Africa is what they call him, you know what I mean? Great performance by Richardson Hitchens Saturday night against Chon, Zepeda. Virtuoso performance, if I dare say so myself. I mean, great jab, great movement, strong backhand, great distance control, great ring generalship, knowing when to tie up, moving the opponent back to the center ring. Show all the qualities of a top skilled fighter in the sport of boxing. I can't argue with that. I am a hardcore boxer, and again, I tell everybody, before I'm a fan of the man, I'm a fan of the sport. Great performance by Richardson Hitchens, man. Great performance. You cannot take away from him. Matador, whatever you want to call it, great performance. But two things could be true at one time. And before I really dive deep and get into what I want to get into, I want to bring up an article from the post-fight. I definitely want to bring up an article from the post-fight because I think this is very much important to what I'm getting ready to talk about. You know what I'm saying? This article, right, titled Richardson Hitchens, I know I gotta be more exciting. This is post-fight, you know, after the Chon Zepeda fight, you know what I'm saying? And they talking, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start right here. It says, from a tactical stance, and as a matter of fact, my apologies. Shout out to my man Hans from Boxing Scene. That's my brother, my guy, another one of my Haitian bros. You know what I mean? We triple threat with the Haitians today, man. We got Hitchens, Hans, and Truth. You know what I'm saying? So for sure, we triple threatening it today, man. Shout out to my man Hans, man, from Boxing Scene, my guy, stand-up guy. All right, now what Hans wrote is that he said, with that said, Hitchens knows that he's got to give the fans a little bit more bang for their buck if he wants to become a household name. I know this is a show business, Hitchens told a group of reporters. I know I got to be more exciting. I'm going to keep criticizing myself in that department. There's a thin line between stepping on the gas and fighting smart. Before officially getting into the ring with former title challenger Hitchens studied Zepeda. After doing so, he knew that the 34-year-old could crack with the best of them. Even though there were times when Hitchens believes he had his man in trouble, thanks to Zepeda's power, he didn't feel the need to go balls to the wall. I hurt him with a body shot. I also hurt him with a right hand. I seen blood coming, but I wasn't sure. He was keeping his poker face. I didn't want to push the action and get caught with a big shot. Zepeda has one-punch power. I felt it from round one. Respectable, right? Now what I'm gonna say about that is this performance from Richardson Hitchens, it remind me similar of the Shakur and Nakathila performance. Shakur went in there, did an excellent job, outboxed his man. His man didn't land too many shots. He ended up dropping the guy in the round, I believe, and thoroughly outpointed and outboxed his man. But at the same time, right, the difference between Shakur Stevenson and Richardson Hitchens is that Shakur was already a budding star at that moment. Shakur had already won a championship at that moment, right? Somebody like Richardson Hitchens that's looking to crack the top 5 at 140, looking to actually challenge for a title. Virtuoso performances like that, I love them because it shows your level and your skill as a fighter. It shows that not many could match what you do, right? Zepeda had an 8-week camp, just like Hitchens had an 8-week camp. Zepeda could have cut the ring off better. He could have used some feints. He could have maybe drew Hitchens out. It's a bunch of different things that he couldn't do. Whether he was capable or not, that's not my problem to judge. That's not my point to make, right? That's up to him and his team. But the fact of the matter is, Richardson Hitchens has to be more exciting if he is going to land those big fights, point blank, period. I respect the craft. I respect what he's doing in the ring. I see it for sure. But the fact of the matter is, if my man going to get them big fights, if he think that he's going to get a mandatory and that's what's going to propel him to a title shot, he's sadly mistaken. It's not going to work like that. You know what I'm saying? So again, I love performances like this, but it leaves a little bit to be desired. Last night, I mean, listen, the middle of the day, we had Zhang versus Joyce, crazy knockout, and then the night was yours. The night was his. You get what I'm saying? No top rank card as competition, no PBC card as competition. He is the main event star of Saturday night. Great performance. I love the performance, and I cannot overstate that. I love the performance, right? I love the performance. But if you want to become a star, if you want to put asses in seats, if you want to generate the kind of money that Tank is generating, or Canelo, or any one of these big stars, you gotta be excited. You gotta be excited. Now, Hitchens versus Bowser, exciting, right? In similar kind of fight, only I just feel like he actually went for a little more in the Bowser fight, but not so much. Alamo, he stopped him. You know what I'm saying? But it also speaks to Hitchens, right? And I'm gonna be fair, because that's the only thing I know how to do on this channel is be fair. To me, to a certain extent, I understand and respect and love the skills, man. Hitchens, to me, fight like a fighter that's worried about his chin. Whether you agree with me or disagree, it's not my job to make you agree or disagree. I'm just telling you what I see. Again, not saying give him a pass, but I'm very curious to see what Hitchens look like his next fight, right? Even bringing up that Shakur conversation, after that Nakathila fight, we seen him stand toe-to-toe with Heron. We seen him go in there with Valdez and give him a good fight. We seen him go in there with Conceição toe-to-toe. We see him go in there and drop Yoshino. You know what I'm saying? So after that fight, man, we seen Shakur kind of switch things up. And I want to see if Richardson Hitchens is going to switch things up. It's not a team thing. It's not a training thing. It's a Richardson Hitchens thing. Even in the corner. I heard it in the Bowser fight too. And I heard it last night and the other night in the Zepeda fight. Hey man, you gotta push. Hey man, you gotta go. Hey man, you gotta do this. Hey man, you gotta do that. Hitchens gotta take that leap of faith. He gotta trust his training. He gotta trust his chin. He gotta trust his reflexes and get in there and fight in that mid range. Get in that close range. Get guys out of there. Stop being a headhunter. I noticed that a lot too. He was headhunting. I noticed that in a lot of Hitchens fights. Headhunting, not making an effort to go to the body consistently. You know what I'm saying? If you know what I mean? If you chop the tree, it's gonna fall. You gotta chop the tree, man. You know what I'm saying? So again, great performance by Hitchens. I think next, maybe they could, you know, revisit the Montana Love fight. I know Jack Catterall got Linares coming up. Maybe he could see Catterall next. I know Liam Paro coming off an injury. I'm not sure when he's slated to fight. Maybe Liam Paro in Australia. Maybe Jack Catterall in the UK. Maybe Montana Love in the US. But if he re-signed with the Zone, like, you know, many of us believe, we should see him back out in not too long. We should see him back out ASAP. You know what I'm saying? So again, that's my kind of reaction, my feelings post the Richardson Hitchens fight. Great fight, virtuoso performance, but we do got to see a little bit more. That don't take away from the fight, right? Because I'm a fan. So for me, I want to see my guy in there with the top guys, right? And that performance is good enough to get you past Chon Zepeda, but it's not good enough to get a Tio in the ring. It's not good enough to get a Prograis in the ring. Not good enough to get a Matias in the ring. Not good enough to get a Rolly in the ring. And whew, I hate that I gotta say that. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, it's A-Side Boxing. It's your boy Truth. That's short for Truth Over Narrative. Y'all know the vibes, man. Y'all send love, send it. Y'all send the hate, send it on too, man. Y'all know how we doing, man. A-Side Boxing. We are out.